This is Peter Burns. I'd like to speak about cost segregation and the charitable fundraising innovation. Now, cost segregation has been around for over 20 years. I have been involved in it since 2005 myself, when I had one of my students in my first entrepreneurship class at the Barrett Honors College at ASU create a marketing company business plan for cost segregation. Cost segregation is only used by about 5% of eligible property owners in the United States. It's the unsung hero of saving taxes. And I'm not going to get into all of the particulars of cost segregation, but know this: the IRS has recognized it since it passed legislation in '96. After going through a series of federal court cases, tax court cases that two large corporations brought against the IRS that said, in effect, that the current depreciation standards for the buildings, a commercial building, were antiquated and not relevant. So Walmart and one other very large company, Hospital Corporation of America, sued 200 times in the IRS tax court and won each time. It resulted in legislation 96 that allowed for faster depreciable schedules for different components, different verticals inside a commercial structure, which allowed you to do a look back if you'd owned the building for a number of years and get a tax credit of all that money you should have received at the new tax depreciation schedules. And then in one lump sum, you're granted either going forward to offset future tax consequences on that you can offset with the depreciation that has been accumulated, or go back, actually file amended tax returns up to 5 years and get a lump sum granted to you by the IRS. So it's an incredible thing. Well, in 2008, I created a patent pending involving cost segregation. There was a huge depression going on in the United States, and the problem was the charitable institutions were dying because no one had any money and they couldn't donate. The big sponsors couldn't be counted on to write a big check. So I thought to myself, gosh, since 95% of all property owners, commercial property owners eligible for cost segregation, could conceivably become charitable donators if they simply went through a cost segregation study, repatriated those tax benefits, and donated those to the charity of choice. And everyone wins on that. It's almost like getting a double hit. You get money back from the IRS that you don't know you had, and you donate all or even some of those proceeds to a designated 501c3, and you get a double hit. It's an incredibly innovative and, as hereunto, unknown opportunity. Now, try as I might, I'm just not able to access charitable foundations and charitable entities to the point where they'll get off the nipple, which is the traditional find a rich guy, drain his account in donations until he dies, and then go after his heirs. That is the only way that most charities operate. They're just really antiquated, and they're pretty stupid, actually, because I estimate that there's $500 billion in untapped tax benefits that could be accessed with the roughly 92 million commercial buildings in the United States that are eligible for cost segregation. So I've written all about this. I have a website, and you can kind of check it out. Go to hlcostseg.com, check it out under alternate uses, and look at my charitable fundraising innovation, and get back in touch. I'd love to help.